One of the concepts I work with my staff on very often when they're training to become a dog trainer, especially dealing with behavioral issues, is I discuss the difference between action and reaction. And if you think of yourself and the dog as two entities in one environment, one is going to be performing action and one is going to be performing reaction. And very often with dog owners, the roles are reversed. The dog is barking, lunging at other dogs, it's chasing cars, it's lunging at children, it's pulling them down the street, and the owner is reacting, trying to stop that. And it's a very backwards way of looking at things. We want to be the ones, if we're going to be leading, we want the ones to be taking action, and our dogs are reacting to us. So I'm gonna give you just a brief example to try to help you understand this. I was working with a dog earlier this morning, and she's very quick to explode with reactivity on dogs and people and kids and all sorts of things. And she gives me a little bit of a precursor. Before that reactivity comes out, she'll be panting kind of wide mouthed, and then she goes, and boom, she blows up. Well, if I can notice any kind of sign or I can sense that anything's going to happen, I want to lead with action rather than saying, well, I'm gonna wait for her to blow up and then I'm gonna try to hold her back and do stuff with her. So when she goes, I say, let's go. I move her, I coach her, and she tries to go back at it, and I say, no, you can't do that. I'm leading through this situation. So the dog says, whoa, before anything even happens, you are taking control and working me through the situation. If we're always on the latter end and we're always waiting for the dog to do something, and then we're just holding on for dear might, we're trying to pull food out, we're trying to do all these other things, eventually the dog's gonna learn that they are the ones that perform the action and we were the ones that perform reaction. They're not gonna trust our leadership. So get good at reading your dog. Get good at reading those smaller signs and coaching. And it doesn't necessarily mean shoving treats in their face. It doesn't necessarily mean correcting. It might mean, all right, let's make a little bit of space, right? And we're doing it authoritatively. And then it might mean, when they try to react, nope, I told you not to do that. Let's continue moving on, where we are leading through the situation. We were the first to call the action, and then we were also there to carry through the action. So make sure you're watching for those small signs and trying to become a leader rather than a follower.